Well, hi everyone, Dr. McGuckin here. This video is about staying healthy and the things that we encounter in life that prevent us from staying that way, from being healthy. The achy joints in the morning, being stiff, no energy. It's not because you might be a little older. It's because your cell energy is being diverted into removing things that are in our water and our foods that are slowing us down. Without that, cell energy is just gone cleaning house instead of repair, which is what the achy joints of the stiffness is. And that lack of energy is just that, a lack of energy. So in this video, we're going to go into what's causing it and how to prevent it. Well, the aches and pains, that stiffness, it's the inability to repair because our cell energy isn't going into regenerating the high impact, high use joints and muscles. It's going into removing chemicals and preservatives, additives, anything that's in our food and water that shouldn't be there. So the most common things that are in our foods are going to be the food colorings, which are pretty obvious because of the bright colors. And then we get into preservatives. So that's calcium propionate is in bread. It's a preservative that's used commonly in bread. If you can find bread that has ascorbic acid, now that's vitamin C, that's completely natural. You'll notice there's a taste difference too. Tortillas that have calcium propionate in it and the ones that don't. Breads the same way. Check it out. Try the breads with the vitamin C, the ascorbic acid. Completely different flavor and taste than the calcium propionate. Sodium benzoate. Sodium benzoate's in mostly jarred food items. It's going to be in sodas. So we're looking at glass jarred sauerkraut. We would see it in pickled foods, pickles. Many of the different types of jarred food items in that pickle section. You have to watch for sodium benzoate in all those items there. You will see it in salad dressings, so it's very common. You'll see it very frequently. Sulfites can be in anything that has a long shelf life. Beer, wine, dried fruits. We'll see it in some of the jarred food items. So you do have to read the label, and then if you see something that's packaged and it has a really, really long shelf life and you're wondering, how does that thing stay alive? Then you have to think it's been manipulated to some degree. EDTA is a preservative that's in candy and some salad dressings. Fruits and vegetables, use the washes that are available. We want to get as much of the fungicides and pesticide residues off as we can. The fungicides are arsenic based, so we want to get that off. So the additives, you got to watch for the additives. Monosodium glutamate is probably the most common MSG. Now this is a flavor enhancer and it can really bother people. It can be quite an irritant. Some people don't notice it, but quite a few do. So read the labels. It's one less chemical your body has to remove. It's a very molecular structure. It's very simple, but it's an irritant and we don't need it. So, you'll also see it as modified food starch, and you have to be a bit of a detective. Is the modified food starch there as a thickener, or is it a flavor enhancer? So it kind of depends on what the food item is. So this will be in everything from sausages to chips. You have to just read the labels and then try to find alternatives. The alternatives usually do taste better. And the natural flavorings, they are called natural flavorings because they are derived from a natural source. They're chemically made, but they are derived from something. Now, we don't know what, but it is presumed to be soy. Now, again, some people can handle it, some people can't. And when you can find an item that does not have natural flavorings, you're finding something where the people who've made it have tried extra hard so they don't need it. So, again, it's one less chemical you got to filter out. So do pay attention to the labels. It's fun being a detective when it tastes better. All right, so the other possibilities of things that can get into foods are going to be the environmental chemicals, molds, and toxic metals. So this is stuff we breathe, drink. On the breathing part, you can't get away from it. There's exhaust fumes from unleaded gasoline. There's everything from the smells at the gas pump to just the industry in general, and everybody tries hard, but it's just there's a lot of cars out there, and we do breathe it in. So we use cellular energy to remove this, and then molds are everywhere, and the toxic metals. The one that I want you to be aware of is the fungicides that are in the fruits and vegetables, predominantly the fruits, that is arsenic derived. And we do have to remove this, and we should have the cellular energy to do this as long as we're not bombarded. So those fruit and vegetable washes at the grocery store, I think that's very important. Organic when you can, I think it does matter. So do be a detective and watch what you're eating and drinking. Now, we'll test for these environmental chemicals. When people have their itises, when they don't feel good, when the aches and pains and the stiffness gets to be more than you want, we'll test for these to find out just what it is. What is in you that's not coming out? Where did it come from? How, and then how do we get rid of it? And we'll be using the high dosages of purified omega-3 oils and the ascorbate vitamin C to remove these chemicals and get and restore the body's ability to repair. This lack of cell energy is what keeps us from feeling our best, and it hinders us from staying healthy. So eating foods that are going to improve cell energy is the number one way around it. Number two is you gotta stay out of the junk aisle in the grocery store. We've got to really, really minimize these preservatives, food colorings, chemicals, additives as much as we can. The natural really matters. Dark colored fruit, organic when you can. The vegetables, salads are great. The more colors, the better. The dark colored fruit have bioflavonoids in it. It's a vitamin C amplifier. It helps with the repair and inflammation. The minerals in the vegetables keep the cell energy up. It's vitamin C and magnesium are the primary things as far as the vitamins and minerals, and then the omega-3 oils, which are going to be salmon or very high quality omega-3 oil fish oil pills. Make sure they don't if you burp or belch or they have a funny taste, they're not good ones. So this is very important. Keep an eye on what you eat. Make it a challenge, not drudgery. If you need any ideas on recipes or you want additional information, give me a call. Thanks for watching.